see, I start out real simple. Start with shapes. And if you guys have questions while I'm doing this, please ask. Whether it be about the class.
You map out your perspective right now. If you do, like.
If I was doing something that was hard surface, like a vehicle or a prop, I might just lay in a general perspective line. That kind of stuff I'll show you as well. With the organic stuff, the perspective that's going to help me the most is actually this line that I created, which is like the spine. And I call that the center line. Talk more about the Komodo dragon when we see it, but if you guys don't know anything about Komodo dragons, they are the biggest lizard on the planet. They live in Indonesia, on a small little island there. You guys know how they kill?
With their saliva?
Yeah, they'll take even a nip on, a deer or something like that, animals that are much bigger than them, and the saliva carries a lot of bacteria and basically just poisons them to death. This is what they initially thought. Actually, a lot of research has been done with Komodos recently too, and they found that they actually do have venom. They have venom sacs in their teeth, so they use that in combination. But their mouth is like a septic tank, dirty. When I start to draw a lot of the stuff that I observe, I'm not going to just start drawing it. I actually want to learn more about it too. And I consider this class more almost like a science class in a way. A lot of things that I draw and I'm going to talk to you guys about, I know about them really well. Some of my favorite things to draw are actually fish. I'm really interested in marine biology. I love insects, entomology, all that kind of stuff. So I research it. I really look into it and understand it. And that's, I think, a really important part of being a designer is not just knowing the outside surface of the form or whatever, but the function and the purpose of, how that, whatever you're drawing, whether it be an animal or a mechanical thing, how it evolved, how it was created, the design. I think as a designer, I think it's really important. You guys being product designers, of course, it's a little bit different than an entertainment designer, but still, all that kind of information, I think, is crucial. And people always ask me, speed, how do I get faster? Everybody wants to get faster. Speed is a natural thing that'll happen. Just naturally. When you first draw something for the first time, let's say you guys are drawing this Komodo dragon, and you maybe had never seen a Komodo dragon before, and you start drawing it. You're going to spend a lot of time figuring it out, because you don't understand exactly what's happening. You don't understand what those shapes are. And so, of course, it's going to take you some time to figure it out, and you're going to be really slow. But the more and more you draw something, the more you understand those shapes, and you start to remember those forms. You build up that visual vocabulary. Then you don't have to think about it anymore. You just start doing it. It just comes out, because you don't have to think about what shape is where, what is this, where does this go. You already know. So it just naturally just makes it faster, because you don't have to sit there thinking about it. And so we're going to be doing a lot of repetition, doing things over and over again, make that initial mistake, figure out what you did wrong on it, and then make it better. Remember those shapes, try to make things simple. And you're going to notice this in daily life. And, if you're a filmmaker, you guys can obviously just sit there and watch a movie. But filmmakers, when they start to study things like lighting, composition, camera angles and stuff, you can't just watch a film anymore. You have to break it down. It just naturally happens when you're watching a film. That's the same thing that's going to happen to you guys in this, in the fact that I'm sure, when you guys are just kind of walking around or driving, you didn't really think about it too much. But after this class, and especially happened to me, you start to just naturally look at things and start breaking down the forms and shapes. And it just naturally happens in your head. And that's going to be an important part for you guys in this class, because I want you to practice that often. Even though you guys might have some dry markers, hold on to them. You can create some nice strokes with these, with the dry marker. This is just a quick sketch of the dragon. And as you can see, what I'm trying to convey here is that focal point, understanding that this is where I want you to look. And it progresses down. And I started with a very easy shape, and as it goes down, it retains that form of the draw through and gestural line, and that tightens things up up in the top. So I really control where things are going to go. Yeah. Some other things I have in here. Here was one. That was one I did too. We'll play with colors. We'll play with things like paint, markers. And we'll approach in the same way we would do with the white and how we deal with focal point and such. How do you guys feel with the class?